Thank you, Liberty Media.
Yeah.
You heard us. And I'm doing of course.
So I guess that's how we're going to start F1 chat today. So it seems we've got another mini vacation.
Right.
We got 2 weeks?
2 weeks.
Yeah, 2 weeks off from races. We need to have... I appreciate the time off for the teams, I get it, having a crazy calendar, as is. But
for the fans, man.
Yeah, for the fans, it's and especially for us who are trying to do YouTube stuff, it's I don't want to report on completely banal, stupid stuff.
Yeah.
I want to actually talk about the events that transpire that affect racing.
Yeah.
And I guess the first news, speaking of races on the calendar that we need to cover, and let us know down in the comments below what you guys think about this. Monaco has been confirmed that it's going to stay on the race calendar for the next few years.
I mean, Monaco, Monaco is Monaco, man. You need to. I mean, for a race, it's always boring.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a park.
Yeah.
But you need to have that race just for the heritage and for the history of Formula One. It's like a celebration, right? It's you don't really race for race. You race for a fan. You drive for a fan.
History. Yeah. And that's the really funny thing, because I was reading Reddit and people were just trashing Monaco left and right, and they were just talking about how there's no overtaking, no position changes, and I get it. Don't get me wrong. 2021 Monaco, I was falling asleep. The
MVP is Fernando Alonso.
Yeah, the DRS train. I get it, but it's not also Monaco's fault, right? The spec has forced the cars to get bigger,
right?
So I don't know, man. Maybe there's an opportunity for Monaco to kind of increase the size of the track. I don't know,
or make
the
some
width
change of. It's really hard because Monaco is just that big.
Right.
So they can probably extend the length of the track a little bit just to run off the current course a little bit, and then just make some more changes. But I don't know. That's just one way to change. But of course, they should add another DRS zone.
Yeah, definitely. I just think about some of the spectator areas. Are they limited by the actual road? Or can they shrink up some of the spectator areas and give them maybe another half a car width of room?
Maybe.
Because there are a few sweepers and different areas where there could be potential overtaking. It's just I don't know the physical limitations of the space.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, after the tunnel, I think they should get rid of the chicane. And then just make that a long DRS zone.
That's not a bad idea, right?
Yeah.
Because when I was just talking about that spectator area, I was thinking about the areas after the chicane.
Remember Albert Park?
Mm-hmm.
They changed that chicane.
Yeah.
Then they make that, I think it's turn 7, 8, or 9, all those 3 corners.
You would know better than me for sure.
I don't know about it. Turn 7 or I don't know the number, but that area, they got rid of the chicane.
Yeah.
And then they make a long line just straight.
Yeah.
And then it's a DRS zone, but they get rid of that DRS zone because of the safety.
Yeah.
Which is stupid.
Exactly.
But I'm saying is if we can get that type of, I mean, if you look at it, it's very similar to what Monaco has in terms of that section.
Yeah.
Get rid of that chicane, and then they can extend that straight.
Yeah.
From exiting the U-Pin
Yeah.
before the tunnel, all the way to the swimming pool.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense too, because I remember 2021, that chicane, like a lot of people were cutting through it.
Yeah.
Like there's just no room to
maneuver. And then maybe they can change the turn a little bit at that, that after the chicane, it's got that
sweeping
gear,
left-hander.
Four gear left-hander.
Yeah.
They can probably make that a little bit, I don't know, like somehow tweak it to make it a heavy braking zone and then overtake.
Okay.
Or just make it a sweeping corner. Yeah. And then just have them race.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Definitely.
Just some ideas.
Yeah, absolutely. Let us know down in the comments what you think about Monaco. Because, we are of the opinion that it's definitely like, it's a heritage site. It's like Spa. Especially after this year, I think it confirmed, like, Spa should stay on the calendar.
It needs to be there. Spa and Monaco and what else? Zendorf should be there.
Exactly. Yeah. These are not tracks that you can just give up, and like, I don't know if they. I think if they
and Suzuka should be there as well.
Oh, Suzuka is amazing. But now going on to another track and some of the news that I read, Las Vegas is coming around for next year, right? And let us know what you guys think. I'm a little salty, by the way, because they're setting up the race timing for 10 p.m. In order to accommodate the Europeans.
But we don't get that. We don't get that from the European.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I was gonna just about to say that. Yeah. Dude, like a few minutes ago, just before the recording, I was looking at the Facebook. Yeah. Well, not the Facebook, but the news.
Yeah.
That come up from Instagram, and then they were saying the time zones and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, come on, guys. What about our US fans? If you're doing overseas for us.
Right. I mean, I get it. Like, the largest market is still probably Europe.
But you're racing in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
The most famous casinos in, like, all over the world.
Outside of
Monaco. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Las Vegas, man, Las Vegas.
And you're not gonna accommodate it. Like, I'm a little salty, guys.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. Like I think they should for like 6 o'clock for us.
Right.
They should make that even like, I don't know, like
4 or 5
so we can wake up like in the morning, like 8 o'clock, and then just.
Oh, man.
But they can. Hey, 4 or 5 p.m. It's not the end of the world. It's 4, 5, 6, and then you're still in the afternoon.
Yeah, exactly. No, but they're gonna do it at 10 p.m. So that means if we go to the race, then you're with traffic and all of the craziness. You're not getting out of there until 2 o'clock in the morning, if not later.
Yeah, but the European people, they can just go sleep.
Yeah, exactly. They'll have a completely clear day because their next day is Sunday. Yeah, they're even doing it on Saturday in order
just for them.
Yeah, exactly.
Damn you, Liberty Media. Yeah, you heard us, Liberty Media, and they are American company, isn't it?
I mean, with a name like Liberty, I would assume so, but
don't quote us on that. Maybe I'm wrong, but
I've never looked into their background.
Dude, it would be so funny if they are an American company.
Serious. Yeah, and they're kind of screwing us, and like, whatever. But the good news is, like, I was really concerned. Like, basically, Joe and I registered to both be on, like, the pre-order list for tickets for Las Vegas because, like, we want to go, we want to vlog it, put it on the channel, and just to go see an F1 race in America, it'd be amazing. Right? And it's only, like a 2.5, 3 hour drive from LA?
4 hour drive.
4 hour, okay. 4 hour drive is still nothing from LA, So, like, for us, like, that, it's an amazing opportunity. But the numbers that I was starting to see for the tickets, like $100,000 hotel, all-inclusive packages.
I do see that they say they're gonna try to make it affordable for us.
Do an affordable ticket.
So we'll
package.
see. Yeah. We'll see. If that's the case, we'll be very appreciated because hey, the hotel there is not cheap. Even though even if it's not a race day, just regular, it's
in
not
general,
cheap.
It's like not cheap.
$350 per night.
Yeah. Which is,
I mean, it's okay for both of us because we can share it.
Yeah.
But still, it's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. It is a lot of money. Like, no matter how you slice it, like, we have lives outside of Formula One. It's not our only hobbies. So we have money going to camera gear. We have money going to project cars. We have money going to, Joe builds a lot of models and things like that. So then to like say, oh, you need to spend $10,000 on like a fucking, Formula One weekend package is crazy money.
But again, those will be next year. So hopefully you guys can help us.
Yeah, by clicking that subscribe button. Yeah.
And like it and...
Yeah. Comment below.
Yeah.
Definitely help us, man. Seriously. So I don't know. Even though the Las Vegas track doesn't look like the most amazing, it does offer a lot of opportunities to like head-to-head racing and battles and stuff like that.
It's gonna be amazing in terms of the vibe.
Yeah.
And then, hey, it's strip. Main strip is on the strip.
Yeah.
Is it on the strip?
Yeah. It goes throughout the whole freaking place.
Yeah, I think it's from what is that called? Wayne Hotel?
Yeah.
All the way to New York.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Which, I mean, if you guys have never been to Las Vegas, like, they call it Sin City for a reason. Like, it's a ridiculous place.
A city that never sleeps.
No. Yeah. And it's basically Disneyland for adults. Like, any amazing and terrible thing you can think of is available to you. It's kind of
like the way I see it's kind of like Monte Carlo in steroid.
Yeah. If Monte Carlo is classy, Las Vegas has the range. It can be classy if you want it to be. Yeah. But it can be dirty.
It can be crazy.
Yeah.
It can be a cycle.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. Like I'm looking forward to it, and I think it's going to be a good spectacle at the very least.
Yeah, like for us, we like I really wanted to go just to. I mean, Las Vegas, it's there for us, and it's the most closest Formula One attempt that we can have.
Yeah. It's much easier to get to for us than Texas
and Miami.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I'd love to go to Miami. I actually enjoy like visiting Miami a lot, but to be able to hop in the car
and just drive
there, and then you have your own set of wheels, and all of that stuff. Like, it's definitely more convenient and definitely a lot more cost effective.
Yeah.
So it's a dream come true for us.
I mean, I've never been to a race.
Yeah.
In person.
And I tend to avoid Las Vegas because you can get into trouble in Las Vegas. So.
Oh yeah.
So like this would be a very like good reason for me to go back.
Yeah, me too. I haven't been back for a long time, so it's a good reason. And plus, we got an entire year to
prepare and save for it.
Yeah.
So. Now onto like the more sort of like nitty gritty kind of news. It was announced this last week that Hamilton is officially out of the points for the championship this season. Which, I mean, let's be honest. I don't know about you. Mm-hmm. I didn't have any sort of expectations that he was gonna all of a sudden gain like 168 points to like battle Verstappen. Like, it just...
The car is just... Again, it's not a car, it's just slow.
The car is not fully there. Like, okay, it may be up to battling the Ferrari,
But Red Bull is on another level.
Yeah, it really is. There's that. Plus, there's just, Hamilton has had terrible luck.
Oh, my God.
All season long. It's like literally... Like a dark cloud has been following him everywhere this season. And anytime he did have an opportunity to like get ahead, that dark cloud came, you know, and like struck some lightning like a cartoon on it.
Yeah.
Like it's been rough.
It's very hard to see Hamilton. I mean, to like, don't get me wrong. I love to see. I'm enjoying Hamilton actually fighting from the back. It's so entertaining to watch. But just miss that dominate of Hamilton. And miss that fight between Hamilton and the mature Verstappen.
Like that would be really exciting to watch. You know,
like no dirty move racing, and more like, you know, trick.
And I mean, like I understand it, like why people are really hyped on Verstappen this season, because I mean, the dude's been driving well, and the Red Bull machine is a rocket ship.
It's unbeatable.
Like we said it in our last video that like the Red Bull machine from 2022 is like the Mercedes machine from 2021. Where it's just, I mean, dude, how does the guy come up from last place on the grid, basically, to being 10 seconds ahead P2 in a single race?
Like, I would even say, remember that, again, the Sao Paulo Grand Prix? Hamilton was on the back of the grid. And then he raced to the finish line. But he's not 10 seconds ahead.
Exactly.
So
it shows you how dominant the Red Bull car is.
And it also shows you how skilled Hamilton is in that case, because his car is, their car is not fast. Their car is fast last year, but it's not as fast as this is Red Bull. And that's why we, even like a couple of episodes ago when we were talking about like why did Mercedes try to go for P1, right? Because realistically, you put the Red Bull car against almost any car on the grid in a straight line, it literally looks like the competitor to the Red Bull is standing still. And the Red Bull is just accelerating away. You know? I don't want it to be that way. I'm not celebrating that. I'm just acknowledging fact. You know? Like, it is. So how do you... It's like you have a 200 horsepower car and you try racing a 500 horsepower car. Like, assuming all things being equal and equal driver skill, the 500 horsepower car is going to walk away from the 200 horsepower car. And I have that experience yesterday.
Exactly. Like, it's just, it is what it is. You know? So...
But like Mercedes, they are focusing, they're focused on 2023 car now.
I hope so.
No, they already said in the news. So hopefully next year, well, they say that last year to 2022.
This one,
but nothing happens. So we'll see.
Well, I think like what really happened for them was, one, the porpoising issue. Like, nobody's simulations predicted the porpoising issue, right? So that set everybody back, like, pretty hard, with the exception of Red Bull, which seemed to be better off, you know, from the start of the season. They still had it, but it was not as aggressive and violent as
the porpoising the Mercedes had is the worst on the grid.
Yeah, I would argue that too. It was absolutely the worst.
You can see the bounce. They bounce like crazy. Like even in the even the car is not like the speed's not high there. No, you'd be bouncing to the point of like losing vision in a braking zone, heading to a turn, to a low speed turn. You know, so it just. I think that's what really set them back more than anything. Affected some of their development capabilities and times in the power unit, yada, 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 yada. So, fingers crossed, 2023, Hamilton's back in the fight. But personally, I still want Hamilton to at least win one race. But, of course, it's not going to be like championship contenders, but just win one run race will be nice for the fans, for my personal point of view.
I'm a little less concerned about that.
Because I'm a Hamilton fan. I still want to see him on the front, just for one race. That's all I am asking.
What I'd like to see is him at least consistently in P2.
Yeah,
that would make me happy. Like I really genuinely was short of like a complete and total like engine failure or like hardware failure of some sort on Verstappen's car. I don't think he's going to get P1, honestly. But if the team can support him, he can be in P2 with some consistency. Mm-hmm. Like, he can outdrive Leclerc. He can outdrive Sainz. He can outdrive Perez. Perez even has a different spec than Verstappen. And he has had trouble even holding on to P4, in a lot of cases. So, like, that means to me, Hamilton can at least consistently be in P2, at the very least, So, I don't know, man. Like, the fact that he's not frustrates me, because I see it as more of, like, bad calls by Mercedes.
I mean, Zendorf, he nearly got P1, and he got fucked by the strategy.
Yeah, the strategy.
So
exactly.
Like, the thing I'm looking at is, hey, they have an opportunity that even like 10% opportunities to get P1. They still have that opportunities.
Yeah, and they screwed it.
Yeah, so the way I'm looking at it is just, okay, the Formula God, please give him one race.
Yeah.
Put his victory back. Just one race. And hey, it's like, one race is not gonna hurt Max or Red Bull.
No.
No.
I get it. I definitely see where you're coming from. That like it would be energizing and validating.
Yeah, and then it's gonna be energizing for us, and it's gonna be energizing for the factory of Mercedes.
Yeah, I think that's why they tried to go for P1.
Yeah, because they want the energy to be back, and they want to be like, okay, we can actually fight. Let's do this.
I get that.
Yeah,
I get that.
That's where I'm coming from.
Yeah. I think you're making a good point, honestly.
Even if just the last race, Abu Dhabi, revenge.
That would be especially sweet.
Dude, if he can do that, I'm okay with the whole season this year.
Oh man, dude. That would be sweet.
Yeah.
That would be so nice.
It's gonna be, and then also it's gonna be, if they do that, like for the factory, Mercedes factory and the team, they're gonna do I would see it. They're gonna do a really good design of the car. They're gonna have a good result. 2023. Yeah, because they got their revenge, even though it's not championship, but that one race that fucked them up.
Yeah, dude, that would tasty.
Yeah,
maybe like the best steak you've ever ate. Just like served up.
I don't care Max get championship. I don't care Red Bull get constructors championship. But just that one specific race.
Yeah. There definitely needs to be a nice dish of revenge served.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Just gotta make sure Latifi doesn't crash.
Speaking of, I think he's leaving Williams next year.
Dude, it wouldn't surprise me.
Hopefully, because
I don't know, man. Latifi's the GOAT, bro. He affects the outcome of more races than the leaders do.
Dude, think 2021 Abu Dhabi. That's it.
Yeah, exactly, man. Seriously, that guy swings more races than any other driver on the grid, single-handedly.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Like, it's gonna be a long time till we see another Latifi. Like, let's be honest,
Latifi 2.0.
Yeah, dude. Latifi's the GOAT, man.
But yeah, like, I would love to see, fingers crossed, I would love to see Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, revenge. Yeah. All right, so I guess the last piece of news that we can talk about is the whole Piastri sort of like scandal. Like, I know there's like this big hot debate on the super license stuff, And I think it's all stupid, so I don't think we're going to really talk about that. The Piastri thing that just came up was really Zach Brown from Mercedes was kind of shitting on Otmar of Alpine.
Alpine, yeah.
Yeah, because like Alpine was so freaking confident that they had Piastri, you know? And they took it to judgment, and judgment went against them. But the whole time they were talking about like, oh no, we have him. He is ours. Blah, 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 blah. And, you know, Zach Brown and the McLaren team, they pulled the proper British thing. Like, hey, you know, we're going to keep our mouth shut. We're going to keep our chin high, you know, and we believe we're in the right, but we don't have to shove it down your throat. That's one of the things about, like, British culture that I do really appreciate, you know. They keep that stiff upper lip. They keep their composure, you know, with the exception of Christian Horner. But, you know, they're not, how can I say, they're not like arrogant, you know, culturally. And that really came through in this situation. So now Zach Brown is basically coming around and said, man, Otmar, you kind of should have kept your mouth shut because you were made to look a fool, you know?
Oh, man. Yeah.
So, I don't know. It's an interesting situation.
It's funny.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. I mean, let us know what you guys think. Again, we have a lot for you guys to comment on in this particular episode. But how do you think like Alpine handled the situation? You know, versus how McLaren. I mean, a lot of you are Brits who do follow us. So you know, did McLaren play the game right? You know, in kind of keeping shut, or you know, would you have been more like Alpine and be like, we have him, you know, blah 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 blah, you know?
For me, for the way I'm looking at it, is just funny.
Yeah, the whole situation
it's really funny. Yeah.
And then Piastri ended up going to McLaren.
Yeah,
you know. And I think he wanted to go to McLaren at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Like,
it's just funny. No comment, but just funny.
All right, you guys. I think we're gonna call it there. Let us know again, like on all of this stuff, like what you thought down in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We always really appreciate it. We're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do a little giveaway. We've been teasing that. So make sure you're one of the 1,000 that gets us there. And we will have some prizes, some goodies, and we will ship internationally. We have no beef with that. So if you're wherever you are in the world, we will connect with you, and we will send our little giveaway items to you.
Yeah, little.
Yeah. But cool stuff.
Cool stuff. Yeah.
So, you know, thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you in the next one.
Peace.